Hey ladies, so I figured this would just be easier than me writing stuff down. So in the greenhouse, if you can just make sure everything that's under these grow lights is watered. In the sweet potatoes, just water the soil like right around the sweet potatoes. You don't want to put water like right on top of them. But if you just make sure the soil is moist around them, that's really all they need. And then if any of these are germinating, like this one's just starting to germinate, and I'm going to leave it on the heat mat still just to see if maybe one or two more pop up. Same with over here. See how there's only like one that's germinated and one that's germinated there. If you see that there's like a lot that have germinated, you can take these trays off the heat mat and just set them by the window somewhere. But I'm going to leave those for now. So that's the first thing. And then if you can just make sure basically everything from here over to here is watered. You'll see that there's garlic hanging down below here. So don't, try your best not to get the garlic wet as you're watering. I'm gonna move one thing over just so it's not like right in the way. And then I just usually use the soaker function or the soaker setting on the hose. And if you pull the hose out, I'm going to show you this just because I don't know if I've ever showed you this before. If you pull the hose out, you hear that click? That click will stop the hose reel from going back in. See, like there's another click, and then you can pull one more time, and then that way you can pull the hose over to water stuff. This hose reel has been kind of messed up, so I'm just trying to show people that to make sure it's not gonna get messed up more. But then when you're ready for it to go back in, if you yank down on it just a little bit, it should, oh, there we go. Now it's starting to go back up, and it's still, you can see it shouldn't be hanging down this low. So I'm trying to be kind of delicate with that hose reel. Anyway, you don't have to worry about watering anything down here. I'm gonna give everything a good soak. Actually, now that I just said that, the one other thing down here to water is this plant and these three little plants. But all this other stuff, all the sedum and all this stuff, I don't want that watered while I'm gone. So just don't worry about any of that stuff. And then let me show you something outside. So it might be raining on Sunday, I saw. I do want to show you the rain gauge over here. So if you want to come check this, and if we've had, if you only see that there's been 0.1 inches of rain, you might need to water some stuff outside unless, you're looking at the forecast and it's oh, it's gonna 100% chance rain all afternoon, then don't worry about it. But right now it's just kind of one of those in-between situations where it's saying there's 50% chance of rain. So I'm not quite sure what's gonna happen. I told the person coming in on Friday to water all of these small pots here, kind of all down this center section. So all of those should have been watered Friday. If it isn't raining or it looks like the forecast has completely changed and we're not going to get any rain on Saturday or Sunday, then if you could water these bigger pots, the bigger containers, here and this guy back here, so kind of go the fence line and go down here, and then make sure all of these seedlings are watered, and make sure this handicap bed is watered, and especially these two 2 blue bags, this this, this, and this. Again, hopefully we've had rain and you don't have to worry about any of this outside, which is what I'm really hoping. But I just don't want stuff, in case the forecast changes, I don't want stuff sitting out here just like not getting anything. For this stuff outside of the fence, you can either drag the hose out. The hose over here, if you kind of drag it over, what I usually do is drag it over here and bring it over the fence right here and then water stuff. Or you can just get containers inside, fill up like those watering cans inside and bring them out here and just water with the watering cans, whatever you think is easiest. So if you get here and you don't have to water and it's not pouring down rain and you want to get some hours in, I want to move a bunch of these zinnias. So you can see these little guys, they're just kind of popping up all over the place. Like this whole bed is just like covered, you see? Like I want to keep maybe a few of the bigger ones, maybe like these bigger ones that are up front, but like all of these little tiny baby ones through here, if they're not moved, I'm gonna just end up pulling them. So I was thinking we could, I'm finding weeds right now that I'm pulling, hold on. I was thinking we could move some of the little ones, because Katie said the bigger one, like once they get big, they don't transplant very well. So that's why I'm saying focus on the little ones. You could take some of the little ones and just start filling in along this fence line. Like you can plant them really close together. So like pack up that whole area. You can plant some, let's see, I think there are coneflowers planted right down here. But we could plant some here in that section. We could plant more. See, there's zinnias popping up here. You could kind of fill in that area. We could fill in down here. So just start popping stuff in here and kind of seeing how much you can get through, and then I can just handle like pulling out whatever's left over. So if you just want to kind of transplant whatever you can get your hands on, and if there's anywhere, like if you want to take some home, go for it. If you want to, trying to think if there's like any other spots we could put them in the garden. Probably not. But so anyways, you can just kind of start transplanting zinnias, and then you probably won't get to this, but I'm gonna just like throw it out here. Maybe this is something you and I can kind of tackle another weekend, but I want to start like getting on top of weeding the rain garden. So you can see that there's flowers here. There's some yarrow here. I planted a little yarrow right here and here, but then there's plenty of weeds, you know? Like there's plenty of weeds to be pulled. There's flowers here, but I'm trying to stay on top of keeping this like outer edge in a good spot. So anyway, that's just something like at some point we can do. Whoa, look at this. That is crazy looking. Wow. Anyway, like right down here, this area is looking pretty rough, and I'm trying to think I think I did plant some stuff down here. Maybe that. I don't even know like what's a real plant and what's not actually over here. Maybe that. So anyway, if you're bored and just want the hours, I feel like at some point we can kind of tackle this area. Like I planted, there's some yarrow here. There's something here, which I don't remember what I planted over here. There's some asters. So anyway, that's something else. Again, you probably won't get to that this weekend, but you can have that on your radar for things that we can work on in future weekends.
Anyway, I think that's about it. Just text me or call me if you have questions when you're here. I'm just gonna be hanging out, so let me know. And thanks for stopping in. Super appreciative. I hope things go well. And just text me like whenever you leave, just so I know that you're out of here. And yeah. Okay, thanks. Bye.